instead of being you have a face and that one. Well, we're gonna start the one that I've really been. I've actually taken it out of the. So for the. This my first. Game break. I acquired. I am. Hello, hello. You with the in this? I'm just trying to figure it out. Hello, hello. Okay, can you hear me okay? It seems to be picking up the sound sometimes, but not other. Let's pop it literally right in front of my face as well. Okay. How you doing anyway, Laura? How are you? How's it going? How's the baby? Yeah. Good? Over on the crafties. Working on doing some unboxing. First unboxing of the day, which I've taken out, is HelloKikiNails and Temu. Got a number of things with it. With some free gifties. Bookmarks, little clippy notepad thing, which that should be quite handy. Oh no, the baby's not sleeping good. Well, hopefully it's just like a little bit of colic or something like that, and he'll over it, and it's nothing any worse than that. They can get that quite. And that with you, they are going good. So, so like duck, like little tiny duckies. A little bag of 15 duckies. got rid of it. Okay, so basically I've been doing a lot of bead craft. Okay, so making everything from beaded pens, which I've actually got one here, and that's all packaged up, ready to go. Little dinosaur one. We've got loads of them. We've also been making beaded keychains, bag charms, that kind of thing. Cute little animals back here. It's been getting a bit out of hand, basically, and been making bracelets and everything as well. And that at some point, and that the link for the Shopify website that I've set up so that people can see them, and that will come up, and then you can have a look at all the ones that I've done and that so far, and I'll be continually on there. It's basically, it started off with got a couple of bead, and from there I basically was speaking to my mum and I was speaking to Brain. Both of them obviously work with people or are friends with craft fairs for charity and that, and I was making all this stuff and was nothing am I going to do with stuff that and that. So basically it started off with me offering to make a load of stuff to donate to their group, to the home that Rain works in. You missed the bit before Rain, so the audio dropped again. Yeah, it's audio's. Right, we're in. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let me just... Hello? Okay. I don't know what's going on with it. Point. Hello, baby badge. How you doing? Here from your Kiki family. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope you're well. And now we're just having a few... So just trying to sort that out. It keeps popping in and out. And that... yeah, I was just telling Laura, like, how I came to be ordering... and that, but yeah, it was so it's not obviously that you missed when the mic dropped out was I'd started off doing a little bit of beading, a bit of crafting, making bracelets. Really enjoyed that, so then I kind of started going online and looking at other things that I could make with beads rather than came across a certain website, Baby Bug, or a channel would say on YouTube, and that which is the HelloKikiNails channel, and they have some doing all, and we kind of made a little bit of a community on there. Yeah, they were all having withdrawal at them. But it's okay, we'll get Chinese New Year, so Kiki now the longest. But yeah, we've been making all sorts of stuff. Hard to understand. I've moved so much stuff around. Okay. Let's see. If I remove the noise gate, will that help? I wonder. Let's try that and give that a shot. Let me know if that works any better, Laura. sounds clear wherever you are now. I was playing with the settings and I took the mic with me so that I could check it as we went. But is that a lot clearer now? Just gone quiet. I just don't know anymore. Just don't know. I've turned the music down a little bit as well, and obviously increased the volume a bit. So music might be a bit loud. Okay, I've turned the music down some more. Hopefully for you guys as well. Does that help? See, Laura, what would I do without you checking on these things for me and let me know as we go? It could also be the fact that you have a screaming baby. Maybe. That could be a reason. But no, right, what we'll do is we'll get into this because I've got other things other than the duckies to show you. But yeah, basically these come from a lucky game that I played, a couple of lucky games that I played on HelloKikiNails. And the first one, because I really, like, I can see the beads here, but I really want to open this one first. And this was the bracelet lucky game that I played. So you can get some pretty nice bracelets on these. And these are all like glass bead bracelets. And I want to see what I've got. And these are pretty. And let's say our first one. We've got, don't know if you can see that on the camera. I can't see the screen properly from there, so. But yeah, our first one, it's got some butterflies on there, it's got some little dangles and some other bits and pieces. Let me adjust this focus ever so slightly. There we go. So that'll make it a bit easier for you to be able to see the details on there. But this looks... Is this so pretty? And the colour's lovely on it as well. So it's my first one. Do the next one. My phone, it doesn't seem to be updating on the chat. No, I haven't made these ones. I ordered these ones because I wanted to get some more inspiration for bracelets. And that, which is why I played this game. And then this one's got some bows on it. It's got some chain on it. It's got a little pom-pom. And then you can see that there. But these are all glass beads. And then these little kind of cross shapes around the edge. So that's cool. And these ones I'm basically aiming to gift to people and whatnot. So got this one. This one's got like an extra glass bead as a dangle on there with a few other bits and pieces, some flowers. So that's a really cute green one. We're on to all the green ones now, but it looks of it. Okay, and this one, so it's got more charms dangling on it, some more stone. I like these back here. See the little circle that's going around this glass bead here. I've actually got some of them to be able to use, and I've got some of the spaces as well, so it's going to be really good. And then we've got another one here with a pom-pom and some stars on it, and that, which is really cute. Okay. We've got this one. Let me just turn it around a bit. So again, more dangly bits. See, I haven't done a lot with dangly bits on my own ones, and that I've just done kind of like standard bracelets, and that I need to finish. And that, but this, you know, just adding these charms and these dangles kind of really brings these bracelets to life, I think. Yeah, that's our how many we're up to so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grab another 3. And that, so this one's a little bit different in the style. Still has a dangle, but less of the silver charms on it. Oh, I like the stones on this one. They're kind of like half and half crackle beads. And that, but we've got plenty of dangles on there again. Got a nice clear one here. And that the stones are clear with silver charms and embellishments, spaces, all of that kind of thing. Okay, so the reason why I counted out 10 first is because when I played the lucky game, and that I paid for 10 bags, so that counts for 10 bracelets. So everything past this point are the ones that I got for free, essentially, that I won through the duckies. And we still have a number to go, so we have a lovely purple one here. And that, what have we got on this one? We've got some wings on it. We've got some kind of like flower-shaped bells on it. And that, really, really cute. Really pretty. Very pale purple colour. Oh, I like this charm. This is this one's got a bow on it. And I think the other charms have kind of got a little bit tangled. And that behind it, so I'll sort that out afterwards, but you can see here the bracelet with the bow on it. I can't really see it properly. And that little purple bow with a stone. And that really cute. And then we have another purple one with some dangles. And that again, really, really cute and pretty. We have a green one. And that with a stone dangling off it. Another one of the angel winged ones. And then finally another half and half colour crackle bead one in the black. And that with some other dangles and embellishments on it. So these are really, really nice. So give me lots of ideas for, you know, other things that I can do. And that with bracelets when I'm making them. So they're really good for inspiration, which was one of the reasons why I bought them. And secondly, they'll make really good gifts for people. And that's so, yeah, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. And then on top we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 on top of the 10 that we ordered to begin with. So that, I'd say, was not bad. Okay, what I'm going to do is pop these guys around here so that they're out the way. Because the next thing I want to have a quick look at that we get are the beads themselves. So the other game that I played was the glass beads lucky game. And we've got a lot of glass beads in this bag. But I liked it because of the fact that you get such a variety, and there's some really lovely colours in here that I've had problems getting hold of myself. So they're going to go in the tub. We're going to have an ASMR moment while they go in there. Well, you know, we'll see if the baby appreciates the sound of beads hitting something. Oh, that is a lot of beads. I don't think the mic's, you know, the ASMR type. It doesn't seem to want to get them. on that, but there you go. That's your ASMR bit. But yeah, we have got a huge variety of beads and colours there. The light above is actually quite bright, so you'll be able to see them all. But we're going to be able to make some awesome bracelets with these. Bracelets, bag charms, maybe some earrings. I've not made any earrings with beads themselves. Well, I have and I haven't. I made, let's see, my first 2 attempts at making earrings. And we have my lovely yellow design here. And with some other stone. And then we have the green turquoise dangly ones as well. And I am going to have a go at using charms to make nail charms and everything to make smaller stud earrings. And I have all the backs and everything for them, so I think they might be quite a fun, quirky way to make some interesting earrings. I just thought this bead's super pretty. Anyway, stop playing with the beads. And so that's Hello Kiki Nails, and of course my duckers, which I counted them up. I got 15 altogether. And that's what, 6 from one game and then 9 from the other. So that very happy with. And but as I say, as we go through, we will have other orders that are going to come in as well. So let's have a look. What made you decide to do this? And when did you change your Twitch name? Sorry, my chat. I've got my chat on my phone in front of me, but it's not like coming through onto my phone, which is really annoying. Is that going to refresh it now? Yes, there we go. I can see it better now. You had an ad. So I changed my Twitch name because obviously I'd had the name Deborah Carl for ages and I've been working off that, but also it doesn't really kind of work well with all the crafty stuff that I was looking at doing, and I wanted to kind of bring all of my brands from all 3 of the channels together, and then now the website as well goes all in one place. So Twitch, I'll still be doing my live streams on here, and I'll still be doing obviously the gaming too and some more crafty stuff alongside it. And then obviously I've got the 2 YouTube channels, the gaming one and then the one that's going to have a lot more crafty stuff on there too. So we shall continue with that. But yeah, that was the idea for just changing it. It's just to bring like all the brand stuff together. And why? For the life of me, will this not update with the chat? What is the point in having the chat on here if it's not going to give me the chat on here, you know? Okay, so yeah, I changed it probably a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I wanted, like, the reason why I started the beading and everything is, you know what I'm like, I do a lot of different crafty stuff in the hobbies, and I still do like the miniature painting and all that kind of thing. But you know, I wanted an activity like a crafty activity that's going to keep me interested. And the good thing about beads is there's so many different types of beads, and they're so cool, and there's so many different focal beads and all of that kind of thing, that it makes me want to, you know, it keeps me interested, keeps me, you know, lets me keep going with it. And then on top of that, we also have you know, the extra bit where I can do something for my mum, I can do something for my sister, and as I was making stuff, like, everyone was saying, my mum was taking them to her group. So my mum, obviously, she knows, she moved to Wales and then we lost my dad, and which literally broke my mum's heart. But she's actually like started getting out a bit more and doing more stuff, and she started she made friends. She was going down to the Naffy Cafe and made friends with the crafting group down there, and they do a lot of crocheting and things like that. So she's learned how to crochet. She's got in with this group, and this group do all sorts of craft things and things like that. So one of the things that they do each year is they do a craft fair for the Women's Institute, and this craft fair is to raise money. And this year they're doing it for Clare's House Hospice in Liverpool and Hope House. And obviously at the same time I'm making these bits and pieces, and my mum's showing them off when she goes down there. Went to stay at my mum's with Rain for a night. We went down there, and what's the name? I'm sat there doing I'm making bracelets, which my mum stole half of so she could go and show the girls. And Rain sat there reading a book, and my mum sat there crocheting. We weren't speaking to each other, we were all just sat in the same room. So, you know, it worked well for all of us. And she showed them to the girls, and they really loved them. And that gave me the idea of, you know, when they're doing their craft fair, why don't I make them a load of stuff and donate it to them to sell on their stall, and they can keep all the money from it, and it can go to charity. Because, as you know, my niece, unfortunately, that we lost at 6 weeks old, was looked after by Clare's House Hospice in Liverpool. And so, you know, I thought I'd do that. And then I was also thinking, Rain, the residential home that she's basically the activities lead coordinator in, they also do a fundraising craft fair each year. So I also want to make stuff for there so that they can sell them. But obviously, in order to do that, I need to make money from the beads somewhere. So when my mum was showing them to the girls, and some of the ladies that are in the group actually do sell crafts, you know, the various different fairs and stuff like that. And they've been, through my mum, giving me lots of hints and tips, and then saying, no, you need to get them onto an online shop. You need to start selling these because these are actually really good. So I was like, okay then, why not? I'll do that. So now I have a banging headache because I spent the whole day setting up a website. So, you know, even if you're not going to buy it, if you could just nip over there so that it looks like there's activity on there, that would actually make me feel good. Anyway, my other thing I'm doing, and I keep refreshing the chat on this, and I don't know why this chat is not keeping up at all. Yeah, sounds bad. So the other stuff that I got was some I had a Temu delivery as well. There's a few different bits and pieces that I got with it. I did get an organizer, which I will not be showing as part, well, I can show it as part of the haul, but I absolutely feeds into it. It's currently half the size it was when I ordered it, because when it arrived, 2 of the tiers were absolutely smashed to pieces. So I have half an organizer that I can use, but that's fine. That's fine. It works. It got all of my spaces and all of my charms that I've got so far in there. Okay, but yeah, the other stuff that I was waiting for from Temu, we are going to open and have a little nosy at. So we're going to start off with these guys. And I have like a huge box on my knee now. So, but I'm going to pop them in here. And these are essentially little teddy bear charms. Well, they will be charms when I finish with them. At the minute, they're little resin teddy bears in a multitude of colours. And they don't have holes in them at the minute, but I have a little miniature hand drill so that I can drill the holes in them. Then I can attach loops and then use them in jewellery making and bracelets, charms, all that kind of thing. Well, you should see the amount of what's the name? Let me see. I'm trying to look at the other screen right now for the tags. Leah loves a good crash. She'd be all over the pens. And now we have some really cute pens. I'm going to make some pens in a bit, actually. And that, because I like to keep making stuff as we go. But yeah, I've got my little teddy bear guys there. I did get this box is 50. Got a couple of boxes. There's not much room in them, but hopefully I can put some of this stuff into storage as I go. I do have a new organizer coming tomorrow, which would be really good. Let me just refresh that chat again so I can tell you what's going on with it. Vintage jewelry about work. Well, another thing that I did while I was waiting for the HelloKikiNails stuff to come is I bought like a kilogram, was it a kilogram? Yeah, a kilogram bag of basically like a mystery jewelry, reclaimed jewelry, used jewelry haul thing. And that, because that stuff is actually incredible for all the beadwork and everything, because you can get it. I basically took it all apart so I could retrieve all the beads and embellishments off it, all of that kind of thing. It was all costume jewelry, wasn't worth anything, but then I can repurpose it into new items and include it in jewelry. So that's all. It's basically undergoing the cleaning phase at the minute, because obviously once I took it apart and that, I needed to clean it all. Some of the beads were quite, let's just say it looked like everything had been well loved and never taken off. And then on brand for me, we had to get the Grim Reapers, and one of these I do need to keep out because James has already, or Jimmy Bo's already asked that I make him a charm for his darts case, and he has requested a Grim Reaper, so I'm going to put that over there so it's out of the way. I got, it should be another, I'll leave them to one side so I find anyway. So I did notice like a small pack of kind of like dark coloured beads. There's some dark reds in there, and black, very dark blue, and that mottled beads, and I liked these because you don't often find dark beads. A lot of them are really girly, and everyone knows this is the skeleton closet for a reason. More spaces because I seem to go through these like nobody's business, and that variety of different colours there, so will be good for all sorts of things. Then there's a lot in this box still. We've got some nice kind of pearlescent but coloured beads in a variety of sizes there. And these I am not taking out the cases because I don't want to resort them. I have a rather large tub of beads right here to sort. and then these ones are hearts. I think hearts and stars in a variety of different kind of pastels more than anything. Okay, I'm going to refresh the chat on here again. This is how I roll now. Just refresh my chat continuously. Then we've got some tiny little seed beads, which I do have. This box, which I am planning on putting them in because I already have some in darker colours here, so I'll keep them together. You love the Reapers. The Reapers are so good. They're so cute. I've got some tiny little bats here somewhere as well, and they're also super cute. I have a lot of the other kind of, let's say, more spooky themed guys coming. And let's put them in there. Okay, look at that. I'm even organising as we go. Yes. I'm organising the bits that don't come into. And there's the other button. So I've got some gold and silver spaces here, but these obviously wrap around the bracelet, around the beads. Kind of like, let me see if I can find a good example from the HelloKikiNails ones, because I think a couple of them have them. This one's got some really small ones on where they just kind of fit over the end of the bead and just cover it and just give it that really nice finish. So we've got some of them. I think gold and silver, so you can do bracelets in either colour with the accessories. I found the bats. Found them. Let's get this out of the way and close it so I don't knock it over, because I've done that before. That's why we have a tray now. Okay, let's sort out these little guys. Oh, they're so cute. And that's the little tiny bits. Oh, look at them. And the hole is big enough for them to go on pens as well, which would be really cool. And all this says every time. I wonder if it might be easier if I just open the stream itself. go. I'm still bringing up the other timer as well. I thought I switched up and everything. And you'll also appreciate these ones, Laura, because you enjoy this kind of stuff as much as I do. But I have a load of beads with a little smiley face Skelly Bob head. But we didn't get a whole lot of them, but you know, they're gonna make I can either use them on pens because the hole is big enough, or I can use them, I don't know, it'd be a chunky bracelet. And that, but yeah, they will definitely be used, and I've got a funny feeling they will be used first. My God, stuff here. Put them there. Actually, these guys out the way. And my computer desk is like literally getting covered in this stuff over there right now. I've got some other beads. I've got some kind of pearlescent cube ones, which I quite like, and that. But there's some other shapes in here too. And so everything from the cubes to almost kind of like little butterfly ones. There's, I don't know, almost like the bamboo shaped ones. In a variety of different colours. There's hearts in there too. But yeah, they look pretty good. I have to organise them shortly. And then this is a variety of glass beads again, but these ones are a smaller size because I want multiple sizes. These things are some of my favourite beads for bracelets. I'm going to take a couple of packs out. I get a couple of different colours. Well, 3 different colours. No, 4. No, 3 things. So these obviously are smaller beads again, but they remind me of bubbles. Like when you actually see them up close and personal, they do look like literal bubbles. And that the colours of them are amazing. And I'm not sure how well they come across on the camera, but yeah, these things. Oh, I love them. They are my favourite. Not big enough to go on pens though, unfortunately, or key rings. So there will definitely be bracelets on that side of things. Dokey. Keep there. These guys, we're getting to the bottom of the box, if that helps. So we've got some, basically we've got 3 of these sets in different colours, and they're very, very similar. Just a variety of kind of like little charms and hearts and, you know, different shaped beads and things like that. Just so that we can make some bag charms and things like that. I'm not a big fan of the chunky ones. I prefer the more delicate ones, we'll say. I'm getting better, but yeah, we've got the purple one there. And we've got a pale blue one there. I'm also thinking of making, you know, some pens or some key rings and that kind of things that can be used as like gifts for like christenings or it's gender reveal parties, all of that kind of thing. But you know, or baby showers. So you know, the pinks and the blues there will come in lovely for that. We've got some faceted beads here, in a variety of shapes and colours, which would be really nice as well for various different things. And also just the bracelets and stuff too, but it gives you a little bit of bling bling. Stuff. Okay, what we've got now. These are nail charms. I'm not going to tip them out on the tray because these are tiny. We'll get a few out here. And these are what I was on about, where, you know, obviously you can get some cute little nail charms. I have ordered more nail charms from Kiki Nails, and that and the type that you can use to make just flat back earrings with. So we have some of them. Lovely. And then we're nearly there. We'll do these guys and these guys because they're along the same theme. Okay, I've got another bag of the kind of like cubes, the pearly cubes there. Really good. The tiniest bag of beads you've ever seen. The description did not forewarn me that they were this small and this few. And that's so just as much as, you know, Temu can be great for discount things. Watch out for some stuff, because when this came, I was like, more bracelet beads. Anyway. Yes, so here we have just a range of kind of like seashell, sea themed charms here. And that they're just swimming around. And then in this one, we've got just some multicolored beads, like kind of like sea themed beads as well, which is really good. Can we refresh the chat on here again? I looked at AliExpress. No, I spent far too much money on Temu. I am not checking out another site. So these nail charms that I've got here are not the ones from the Kiki Nails stream. They are the ones from Temu that I got. So I've had 2 deliveries today. I've had the Temu one and I had the Kiki Nails one. So I did the Kiki Nails one earlier, but yeah, I need to get some nail charms from Kiki's. Oh no, I've got some. I've ordered some, and they will come in the actual tub, and that should be really good. Okay. Yeah, this thing. The chat on this is still back at the Reaper's comment. Leah bought me all the components to build a watch. Oh no, that'd be really cool. It's really good. So I'd assume they're the same for jewelry components too. Yeah, I know that you can get a lot of stuff off AliExpress, and that they're really good for stuff as well. But I can't go on another site, Laura. Like, seriously. Like, Amazon and Temu, like, live at my house now. It's that bad. And Kiki's not far behind. They're just on holiday at the minute. Okay, they're the ring spacer beads that go around the bead, like the one that we saw earlier on the bracelet. Let's see. Oh yeah, like this one that's going around the bead on this bracelet. That's what these are. Send me the link, Laura. Send me the link. Oh yeah, and then the last little thing I've got is I need to sort out my tray at this rate. I've left seashell charms all over it. Let's pop these out. Just like a little bag. Let's see what it. Oh, it's a perfume bottle. We were trying to figure out what it was before I was unpacking. But yeah, this is just a variety of various different cute, like, focal charms, essentially, that we can use on pens and stuff. Oh, look at the bunny. Little bunny is so cute. But yeah, the same thing with these again. And they don't... Oh, no, that one does have a hole in it. Just the bunny doesn't have a hole. That sounds really wrong. Anyway. Neither does the teddy bear. Oh no, the teddy bear does across its back. Why doesn't the... Oh no, the bunny does across its back. Okay, right, no, I can sort them now, that's fine. Yeah, so you can just use these as like little focal charms or pens. I suppose some of them on keychains and stuff like that as well. We have a smeller first. And then just a few beads in there. What is this? I don't know. It looks like it's come off something else. It's weird. But yeah. That's all of the deliveries I got today. And but what we'll do is, rather than just sit here and play around with stuff that was ordered, and that because I haven't done any today, And then I'm going to make up some pens. I'm going to move this here. Let me grab those back out before I make something useful. Let me grab all this stuff, smaller stuff for my other items. The world's smallest bag of beads. Oh. And I'll pop these back in the box for the minute. Because unless you guys want to sit here and watch me sort them for the next hour, we shall knit and build some pens. Okay, that's mostly tied. It's tidier than it was anyway. Ah, yeah, we need to put these away. But yeah, definitely send me the link to your works, Laura. That would actually be quite useful. I wonder if I put it in mod view if it would be better. I don't want the auto mod queue, just the chat, please. Let's get sorted. Oh, this microphone's going to drive me mad right there, but hey, as long as you guys can hear me, that's all that matters. So, we have got some sparkly pens here that just don't want to stay in the thing. But yeah, we've just got some kind of standard with sequins beaded pens here that we're gonna just decorate as well. And then by request of the other half, he wants one of our little Grim Reapers, and he actually wants it for a charm for his darts case. So we're gonna sort out this little Grim Reaper and give him a home. So we're gonna pop him onto basically this beadable bar keychain, and that with a lobster claw on it, and then he can attach it to that. So we need to figure out what's going to go with this guy, and I already have a selection of beads and whatnot that I prepared, we'll say, for these particular pens, and that's just figuring out what colours and what we want where. And one thing that I'm noticing, I don't know if you guys can see this, I put these two next to each other. You notice how the black one is shorter than the silver one? I noticed that earlier, and that's going to cause a bit of an issue with figuring out what bead to put on it, because clearly we're working with less space. I don't know how that's happened, because the actual main part of the pen's the same height. It's just, it looks like it's the rod. And is this? Maybe it's screwed in a lot further down. I don't know. Okay, I don't do quality control. One of the things that I have got, and I don't know if all you guys know about this, is you can actually get different length rods to go in there. So I've got some coming tomorrow, so I'm going to see what they're like. But yeah, you can get, obviously they come with like a standard length, and you can't get that many beads on there, but you can get longer ones. Which I've got some coming tomorrow. You can get some really long ones, which then just looks like you're waving around some giant magic wand, and that's a bit too far for me. But I've got some of the intermediate size ones that we're going to be working on there. And that, but yeah, let's we've got a white pen. We're going to go white. Yeah. Start off with a nice pearly bead, I think. And I've got some of these guys. I love these guys, like the little flower beads. And so they're made up of roses. These ones are super cute as well. And just little flower beads. They've got little butterflies on them as well. And then my absolute favourite. And that has to be these red rose ball ones, because obviously on this side you've got the roses, you've got the pearls, you've got some butterflies on there, and then you've got such a stunking cute little bow on the back. So they're really good. Thanks, Laura. And that, but do I ever want to do like an all white theme on this one, or whether that might be too much white. Might be okay. We have to do one other thing though. We have to put some spaces in between and give it some bling, because it's just not blingy enough right now. And I think for all of these, I'm just going to be using the silver spaces anyway. So we just put one in between each of the beads, and then hope that we can screw this cap back on. Yeah. And let's say this is our first pen with the roses and a couple of pearlescent beads, and then obviously our super sparkly spaces in there too. I'm wondering, is that light up there a little bit too bright? It's shining in my face, so. It's too dark. In the middle. And that's so. Yep, Michelle. And I quite like that. That's pretty. I may go back and rearrange it. So one of the things that I do before, once I'm happy with the design on these guys, and that I will go back and I will actually fix everything in place, and that so essentially glue it in place so it will not come apart. So my little well used already tube of B7000 glued there. It's like a silicone glue, and that would just stop anything from falling apart. And that on top of that as well, and that once that's fixed in place, and that obviously at some point I'll show you obviously the packaging I'm looking at so far for them, but they also have a free refill that goes with them too, and that, but yeah, we'll go through that at some point. But yeah, I quite like that. It's simple, all one color but simple. Okay, grey. Is that gonna go light color? I've got like the grey rose one out. I don't know if this is gonna be too light. Maybe the crystal. Oh, I like the crystal. And then the grey roses, and then what do I want on the top? Maybe I'm going to take it to white towards the top there. Let's see what we think. Oh yeah, the other thing that I have as well, which I will also sort out once I glue them, are some little rhinestones to go on the top of the cap. And that for these ones, just to give a little bit of extra bling up there. Let me just move that up there. Excuse my nails, by the way. For those of you that don't know, and that my day job, I'm a forensic anthropologist. I can't have long, pretty nails for my job, so they're usually quite short. Occasionally I'll paint them. I've given up with the falsies and the stick-ons for the minute, because every time I put them on I have to take them off again. Okay, so we've got a bit of pink on the go. Woo, Dr. D. Laura knows me personally, so she already knows what my day job is. She doesn't question the dodgy nails anymore. How about this one? Ooh, those butterfly wings actually stick out quite a bit, so I don't know how well this is going to work. But I love these ones. They're so pretty. They've got like sequins on them and flowers, and it's so cute, so pretty. Needs a pink bead at the top for sure. Oh, that's gonna... Oh no, I can just get it on there. Goes on enough to close it, but that's an example of one they would definitely need the glue at the top so that it doesn't come apart. But Oh my god, I love the flowers on that one. They're just so glittery and cute and pretty. I like it. I like it. So that's number 3. I'll move these. Yeah, so don't know. Now you can see as we go. I don't know how well. That's not focusing well on that. Ah, there we go. It's much better. Sterilizing bottles so we'll have wet hands. Oh no. Well, at least they're sterilized. You know, it's a good thing. Okay, red. What are we going to do? We've got black. I want to use the black. I want one of them for the black. Might have to have that one. Just going to have to go with the silver. I'll put pink on the red. Oh, God, no. Let me see. Because I've got. Oh. Okay. So I've got this black one here. Oh, that's so sparkly. Okay. And just because it like works well with the black bead, I'm gonna make sure that's not tucked into that spacer. But then will it be too much with this bubbly one on top? We shall see. We shall see. Oh, that cap doesn't want to go on. Let's try this guy. These guys are really wide hole beads, like ridiculously so. So when you're trying to tighten anything up, you have to make sure they stay central. I kind of like that. And let's say this is our kind of red rose with the little bow on the back. Sparkly one. I kind of like that. I think, yep, I'll take it. Let's do the black one. And the black one's going to end up being very similar. It's going to have to be because it's not going to take a normal bead on top. These tubs, by the way, I absolutely love. And one of the things that ends up happening here, though, is I end up with the tubs everywhere when I'm crafting. This is me being actually really, really tidy for you guys. If I didn't, then that's going to be so similar to the red one, just a different base. Well, that's okay. If it looks pretty, who cares? So, question is, can we fit spaces on this one? Because if you remember, this is the rod that's slightly shorter than the others, which is weird. Silver? No. It's going to have to be black. So I wonder if that red one's slightly shorter then as well. Oh yeah, they're both about the same height. And then this one's taller. Yeah, both the red and the black are shorter. How weird. Oh yeah, show you that one. Not sure if that's a bit too much black bling bling at the bottom though. But I don't have any. It'd be nice if I had like red base beads and then almost like a black rose one for the middle. That might be quite nice. So this is one that I'll keep hold of until my other stuff arrives, because there may be something that I like the look of a bit more. We shall see. Okay. So now, silver. Do we want to go silver? Do we want to go? Ooh, that actually looks really good together straight away with that pearl one. So that's staying on there. Pale pink. And then you've got a little bit of pink to you. Is this going to stay on the top though? No. The lid doesn't want to go on. Oh, this one's a little bit small. So it might just need to be a tiny little bit smaller just for it to grab on the thread. There we go. That works. No! Okay, so this one's got some very, very pale pink roses, or kind of more blush coloured roses. And that in the middle. Some little pearls on top. Big pearl bead at the bottom. And that, and then, oh, bam. So that was fairly quick. Like, super quick just to make 6 pans. I mean, obviously they're not fully made yet because there's still finishing details, and I may put a little dangle charm on them. A little bit of dangle dangle. We do like a dangle dangle. I'll see where we're going from there. Now, the next thing is to give our little wreath a home. And I'm looking at this box here. Oh no, I think these are too... And the hole in these is too small. Oh no, it's not. Because I love that bead. That bead... These beads, I got them from the Pick and Mix at Hobbycraft. Probably similar to Hobby Lobby in the US. Now he has a gap between his head and his scythe. So... we need to put something in there. I'm just thinking what will look good, because I don't want to put anything like blingy blingy in there. I do have this top one here, some kind of like dull metal spaces, because obviously this is for a guy. You don't want to put all the bling bling on the guy one, unless the guy likes bling bling on there. Okay. No, it just looks like he's got like a weird silver bun on his head. So that's not gonna work. It was an idea for about 3 seconds. It's gonna be one of those situations where you're like, I have enough beads now, and then 3 seconds left, you know. But I could do with this, and this, and this, and maybe this. I think these black silicone spaces are going to be too... This is probably going to look even more like a bun. Yeah, it's going to look weird. Okay, this way it's going to go. Not really sure. It's actually, it's like easy, but it is fairly kind of like quick and easy to do kind of more girly ones, because there's more girly options, I'd say, with beads and stuff. And that, but when you want to put, when you're trying to make something for, let's see, a guy, and there's not as many options, it's a little bit trickier, but then that just kind of like tests your creativity in a sense. Do we have something clear? No, please. They'll only go on the other type normally. You have to screw them in there, so they're not going to go those ones. Just something plain and clear and small. Oh, there's a little key. It's kind of got pink to it then. Clear little key. Really big. This box makes me laugh because I've got loads of like kind of like clear pastel-y girly stuff, and then there's one bright red bead over here on this side, and then there's a bright orange bead in the box on this side, and they make no sense as to why they're in there. I think let's pop little wooden guys. Well, I'll stick them over there for now. It will be fine. Let's see, because this is like a fairly chunky bead. I thought it wasn't going to go on then. Yeah, that safe ain't reaching over there. Gotta be something I'm missing, guys. These are all silver again, so they're still gonna look a bit meh. Maybe a bit chunky. Oh, it looks like it's wearing a crown. Maybe a crown's better than a bun. It's moving up high enough to actually get on me. It could be a little Grim Reaper with a crown. I'm running out of options here. I need something. I need like a little black seed bead that's big that has a big enough hole to go on a what's the name? A candle. A kitchen bar. Can I guess a small enough seed bead in another colour and then paint it? Maybe because I've got the brown in there, we might have a wood bead option that's small enough. Hole's not big enough for that. It's got some dark coloured wood beads in it, so could be an option. And it goes with the silicone wood on his scythe. It definitely holds his scythe up a little bit more. I don't know. I'm running out of options, guys. Some of these appear slightly smaller than others. I suppose because they're wood. No, working with a synthetic material for the most part, so there's a little bit more variety. not making a Reaper pen, I'm trying to make a Reaper keychain. And that for the other half. He already stole a dragon pen, so. Oh my god, that's actually not bad. Hang on. So the problem you've got is most of the stuff for beading is quite girly. Okay. Compared to making boy stuff that's beaded, like girl stuff is easy. Because there's so many options. But when you can't use half your spaces because they're too blingy and this, that and the other, it gets more difficult to make a boy one. Okay, so I think I've got the order right. Now I need to flip it round so it's the right way up. And then I'll show you what we've got. Because the issue is that flipping scythe for it to work round. Don't go too far down, so I need the rest of the Reaper. Okay. So yeah, he wants a charm to hang off his darts case. And he wants a Reaper. And this is what we've just come up with. And the issue that I had is because the Reaper, obviously, there's the hole that goes through the main body of the Reaper for the rod, but then his scythe, there's a gap between his head and the scythe itself, and obviously you want to keep that gap as much as possible. And that, so it was finding beads that showed off the scythe, essentially, made it slightly more visible. So this is our little Reaper dude. No, he's quite cute. And luckily I have another 5 Reapers. So I can make one for myself too. And that, but yeah, a little key charm there. A key ring charm. It's facing that way. And that, which is quite lovely. Now I have 1,000,001 wooden beads on the board around the scope. I'm trying to put things in there and it's not going to work. There's nothing in it. Leah would defo want a Reaper pen. Yeah, so that one's a keychain. And that, but I can see if I've got, let me see. Just what colour pen base would she want with it? So like the colour of the, she loves all the sweet stuff. Well, she's going to love some of the stuff that I've got coming. Because I may have ghosties and skelly bobs and mummies and... You know what it is? Like, as soon as like the spooky stuff gets into my algorithm, we're all doomed. Favorite colour is yellow. Mm. Well, it should make for an interesting colour. Let me just get rid of these beads. We're still going to need to keep them to hand though. Okay, let me see if I've got a yellow. This is my drawer of pens at the minute. So we have plain yellow, gradient yellow, it's more of a gold. It's more of a gold. So these are our colour options for yellow at the minute. We've got very super bright yellow, we've got gradient yellow, and then we've got kind of like a goldy yellow. And that, would you like the look of out of them? This one looks neon on the camera. Trust me, it's not. It is a bright yellow though. It's like a blue coloured yellow. The pale one. So the gradient one. Yeah, that could work. That could be really cool. Put the drawer back. Okay. Now we have 1,000,001 tubs out. Let me see, what do we want? Where's the these spaces? Let's check that out. Size in there. No, I think they're a bit small. Yeah. I want to do something a little bit of a fancy. Small. How about they all? Got an idea, maybe, kind of, sort of. I'm not really sure yet. Ugh, and of course it unscrews from the bottom, which I hate. So I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do these, and then screw it back in here. You had an ad. Yeah, so we're going with the gradient one. And now I'm just complaining because it unscrewed from the barrel instead of the top. But yeah, I think I've got an idea. I want something extra. Now my brain's thinking. It's having problems thinking, but it is thinking a little bit. This one, that's too much. It's yellow enough. Where are my other ones? Where's the big box? Big box of basic things. Because we're going to go one step further than the there's one item that I'll have to wait for tomorrow. For that. It's going to look well out of place because it's bright now. Probably. Definitely. So this is what I was saying earlier about I just make a mess as I go. I'm definitely making a bit of a mess right now. But that's okay. That's what this is all about. It's about making a giant mess everywhere. And now I'm grabbing this one back. So that way. And pick the random stuff. I just tidy up a little bit, you know. How that go with that? Possibly yes. It's looking very different already. I don't think maybe it needs an extra little guy at the bottom. Look. Then we're not going to have enough room for this dude. This is too much room. Oh, it could be a little topper! But then that's flapping around, that's going to break off. Don't like it. what if switch this up this way, take out that spacing. You might have to have no space. But actually, that's cool because that almost looks like he's floating on that bead, which is very Grim Reaper-esque. Oh, little sparkly bits in there. I mean, he could wear a crown. Very sparkly cream. See, this is where I have all the fun with it, you see? I'm putting random stuff on there and going, does this work? Probably not. Is it fun? Oh yeah. Should have to have a set the speakies, the Reaper, the Ghost, etc.
She'll be my best customer.
Yeah, one of the things I'm trying to do with everything as I'm putting it on the website is like arrange it into like sections. There is like a little gothic section on there, the stuff that I've done, but it's kind of more traditional gothic inspired as opposed to the characters I'm waiting for. No, the older people like the sparkly stuff. I need to do some more, like, obviously we've got some more kind of like gothic like inspired pens here, in a sense, in the way that they are the colours. Yeah, the website's live. It's at www.theskeletoncloset.com. It went live earlier. I've literally built the website and it's gone live in a day and my head is killing. So I needed to do some creative stuff. I like the top on this at the minute. I wonder, can we get if only I could. He's too flimsy. And there's a little bat on the top. Might have to. Might have to go with a small bead. I really want to use that bead. However, a smaller bead will look more fluttering at the bottom. And there is a bead I have in mind, and now I've got to figure where it is. He looks even more like his flat man. One there. Do I want to add wood into this one? Maybe a bit much. A bit much. But we'll try it anyway. You show it to Leah. See, hippie colours in the top there. Grim Reaper skull. Maybe I finish this up with a touch of bling, not that size. Oh, no, I need to move the top again. Darn it. Did that start? No, it's over there. Oh, good help. At least when that organizer comes tomorrow. Only more gold than silver. We have any little gold. See, in the other tub. Why do I have so many tubs now? Because I need all the beads, they're just too pretty. Welcome to the little box of spaces. They're really skinny gold spaces though. Look. It's oh, the circular one maybe. No, but yep. Certain ones will fit, certain ones won't. Some things you have to glue them up to get them on there. It's pretty enough. Let me find a pretty one. Pretty. I love this. The silver ones do. Why don't the gold bleed? Maybe slightly different now. Okay, look at the match that we're making here, Leah. All for a Grim Reaper plan. Anyway. Oh, but they will screw up. Maybe. The mess is worth it. Yay! I'm not happy with it. No. They just welcomed me into my own chat room on this phone. Eesh. Find another little dog. Little dog, please. It's too big. Why are they so much bigger? Those the tiny ones at the bottom of the pot. Watching you, Beads. You better not roll off the back of this table. I'm not going to fish it even more out again. These tubs are all the barrier against the back edge of the table to kind of catch stuff before it falls off, or an attempt to stop it falling off. I think it's the grey beads I'm not keen on at the bottom at the minute. So I may swap that out. I've actually just seen one here that might just look that little tiny touch better. It definitely given me a challenge, the Grim Reaper with yellow. Oh no, that's better. That one I like better. It's just me. I just okay. So the minute we've got to this, so he's quite a natural kind of guy. With his little scythe and his little wooden bead, but that he looks like he's floating on it. And he's just kind of cool. But I actually quite like all the natural colours, the wood with it. That's actually quite nice. It's a shame that you can get like a yellow wood pen. It's a little green reaper. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's cool. So, these are our little reaper dudes. And they're going on there. Alright, Jay, how you doing? Who is this lady? It's me! I've decided that I'm alive. Aha! How you doing? I've not seen you for ages. To be fair, that's not difficult seeing. This the last time I streamed was like June. Before I said last live June 2025. I was like, oh, 8. Oh no, you've been through it. Not good. And I hope things are getting better. You're still alive. That's good though. That's good. That's the main thing. That is the main thing, that you're still going strong and you've not let it get you down. And then, right, so what are we making next? That's the question. Or am I just gonna sort through some beads and try and find somewhere to put them all? Or I can show you some of the keychains, Laura. Don't even know what's going on here. I'm making shit and selling it. Welcome to my selling strip. And no, I've been making like beaded pens and keychains and all of that kind of thing. And started off making them for charity, so well, starting to like make them for charity, but then I've been enjoying it, and I need to kind of fund all of these beads and everything that I'm buying. So, and we've been just making some little guys here, the Micro Reapers, because we have to stay on brand somewhere. Now you've got all the cute, pretty stuff. Oh, you can give us the verdict on your keychain if you want.
Not bad again, and I didn't realise. So I've been talking to myself for I don't know how long. What did you do last?
I unplugged it from all of the cord and then switched it on. Okay. Do you not want to give us the verdict on your keychain? He'd requested. So what's his face? It's a little itty bitty Grim Reaper. Was that Jim? Oh, did you mean is that Jimmy Bear in the background? Yeah. He's in the middle of his streaming. He's like live streaming on YouTube and his darts practice. And but he's using my lapel mics, and the mic just disconnected. He like died on him again. He didn't realise. Just be talking to himself. Yeah. Well, no, Laura, we've got obviously like the other keychains as well, kind of like gothic inspired ones. We've got those style, which I think this one's probably my favourite out of them. And that, because I don't, again, you know me, I'm not the one for all of the big kind of bulky stuff. But then you'll be able to see these better, as I said, on the website and that. But then I've got, obviously, like the proper like jewelry crafted ones there. And then so, yeah, I've been making all sorts of random stuff. And now, little Grim Reaper dudes. And then it's like, And that we also, and that we have my little sad guy. This guy can't be sold. He's a reject. It's my little Christmas hat penguin, and his Christmas hat broke.
How's it going?
It's good. This is your Reaper.
Oh, what? That's sick.
You approve of the Reaper.
Yep, he's going straight on my darts case.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to
He
show
approves of the
the
Reaper.
one person in my chat because everyone left because I was muted and didn't know.
I don't know. I had a load of issues with my mic, like cutting out and everything at the start. So technical difficulties. But yeah, these guys are cute. I need more Reapers. I've now only got 4 left. I probably have ordered some more, to be fair. Yeah, we've got everything from cutesy to gothic inspired, and I've got some bracelets I was making, but they're still working on power. They all need to be restrung because they're not consistent in the size, and basically I'm fussy. So they have to be perfect for me to use them. Let me see. So I did show you these pens, the fluffy ones, are the softest pens ever. I love them. Let's see if I'm wondering if I have a colour pen that would go. Let's see with those rounds. It's quite muted. We'll make a sequined brief. Why not? I'm having fun. The Reaper dudes, even though they're awkward, they're cool. And it's unscrewed from the bottom again. Bye bye, whoa, whoa, guy. Bye bye, whoa, whoa. If you mean Jimmy Bye, then yes. Other than that, I don't get the bye bye, whoa, whoa. I actually think those wood beads would look awesome with this colour. So I want to try. I'd like the perfect size bead on that one as well. Because I just like the fact that he's floating.
What a floaty like.
It actually looks sick on there. I'm just take these out again because I'm sick of digging through them to find the darker coloured ones. And those sides getting a bit squished. But I mean, it actually looks quite cool on that colour. Could be like a little Reaper family. Hello, I'm a Reaper. I'm a Reaper too. And this is where the insanity kicks in. interesting. I'm now just randomly adding reapers to pants. So I'm like, oh, I wonder what else will go. And then I just remembered my little guys. Oh, no, clip it that far down and have no rod left at all in a minute. Send you the link to the website. I don't know, Laura. Do you deserve the link to the website? Should have been on a timer in the chat, but I don't know if it's popped up at all. Or if you've missed it. Yeah. It didn't do. Oh, go. I don't know whether that will work or not, but that's the website link anyway. Oh no, what time is it? It's 20 past 11. It's getting late. It is getting late. He's flown on a scallywag head. Look where you started, man. Sat here playing with Grim Reapers. It's totally your fault. Even though I was the one that bought them. I'm just checking out with a... Yes, it needs more oomph at the top. I'll probably do this one and then call it, I think, for today, because that's work tomorrow. And this was only supposed to be like a quick little unboxing, dealer bobbers. Okay, my Amazon deliveries for tomorrow have been dispatched. That's handy. I don't think any of these that bead. Sorry, some of these beads are absolutely all day. I might have to make them for us tomorrow, you know. I kind of almost need some white. Is that a little well? Colour not small enough. Oh. I'm wondering if I stick that in for now. Just testing. And then the wood looks weird on his head. These reapers. See, I didn't think when I was getting them, I didn't consider the fact that there's two attachment points. Oh, Almost. Almost got my string. No, that's just freak it out. We'll say. Thank God. It's so cute though. Maybe I can just do it with the without again. Don't know. I don't know. Let's stick the cap on and see what we think. Because that's the beauty of not gluing them straight away. What is that coming out of it? And that, or I will put the cap on, but I don't know where I put it. In my excitement, I've clearly thrown it somewhere. There. Excitement over the reapers. Need a spacer in the top. Nicely. And I just want a bit of black spot. Maybe a bit of black spot before we peel it. That's side down too much. There's a flat side. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's got to have the little gap in between. I wonder if that black space would look right. And this is unscrewed from the bottom again. But that's okay, because we've got an idea of where we're going. Need to do side. Ooh. Up. Go back down. Side, then reap. He's just got a little black sparkly crown on, that's all. And then this guy, because it's just why not. Okay, that's better. But at least we've got some light colours in with them this time as opposed to all the dark colours. I love those little base beads though. The little smiley face. I like them. I'll add him to the Reaper family. And then these guys both being weird. It's like, I'm wondering, maybe we could do something similar to that for Leah's pen. Because it looks really cool with the wood. And that, I think it looks better with the wood on that one due to the fact that it is a darker colour. Maybe we just use the wood at the top. Hold on. Then do we have something to go on? Maybe a little bit of sparkle. Because she likes the yellow, we have some yellow stuff. Swap them around like on that one because I think the scythe just sits better at that point. And then still add the wood. bead last. And now I don't know if I like the wood bead. Because we've got the other like pearlescent. I haven't got any more like little pearly beads. Do I have? I think I've used it. Oh, that'd be perfect. I think I've used anything at all like this picture. I can hear darts going on in the other room. Oh no, that one's cute. So we've got the yellow pen, which Laura wanted because that's Leah's favourite colour. So we want the yellow gradient. And obviously we needed the Grim Reaper on there as well. Then, in case we tried the wood on that colour, I thought I wanted to try it on something that kind of matched the wood more similarly. So we've got the one with the wood beads and with like the mauve colour base, which is quite cute. And then I just wanted to try it with the grey because why the heck not? And that now tomorrow, as I say, I do have a delivery coming in, and one of the things that is in that delivery.
You changed your name.
Hey, Farah. Look at you with your subs. Holy moly. 58-month streak. What are you doing? What are you doing? How are you? Yeah, I changed my name because like the Deborah Cow was like more like the just gaming stuff, and because I want to do like more crafty stuff as well. I just put my stream with the best emotes on Twitch. You'll love the kitty cat too. The kitty cat emotes. The emotes are not changing. Only my name that changed. So don't worry, the emotes are not going anywhere. I love that emote as well. I use it everywhere. People are probably like, what the heck is this emote? Yeah, cute, man. I like it. And that's what it's all about. And if you like it, you should do it. I don't know, but yeah, they're not going anywhere. But yeah, I changed the name so that it kind of fits more in with obviously the crafty stuff as well. It's still on brand for me, and it also fits in with the website where which is called the Skeleton Closet. And that has literally gone live today, where I'm selling
You
a lot
changed your
of
name.
stuff as well. It's saying it again. Saying it over and over, like an echo chamber. And that, but how have you been anyway? Have you been, Kira? Sorry, I've not been live for so long. Well, no, I need to go live with some gaming and stuff like that. I've started playing my DBDBs again recently, so I'll definitely be on with something that I do like in the very near future. I'll save my other two Reapers for tomorrow. They can go in with the little bats. Yeah. Trucking along. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear that you're here. And that, tidying up a bit because I've got to tidy up at some point. Can't read this names. And I could hide it in the drawers, but I know it's there. And then, because I've got to work tomorrow morning, in here on that side. And that if it's messy, I won't be able to get any work done, and it's going to bother me. And the first thing I have tomorrow morning is like our weekly management meeting. So I won't cover, and I can't be like trying to tidy up at the same time because they'll be like, what are you doing? And I'll be like, nothing. Not playing with beads at all. Muting the mic so you can't hear me rapping. Nah. But no, that'd be essentially what I'd be doing if I could get away with it. I'm wondering. Because I just realised how many things are empty out here. I mean, because this is all like spaces and stuff anyway. Where have you come from, Mr. Horseshoe? Oh, you're not fitting there somehow. Push around. You might take up more areas than you need to. And I can swap these. Don't know if is he still live on Twitch? Yeah, I think Jimmy's still live on Twitch as well, Kira. Not on Twitch, on YouTube. He's playing. He's doing some dart. He's practicing darts because he started playing again. So for those of you that don't know him, years ago he used to do darts, and he did enter like the tournaments in the UK and everything at that point. He played the tournaments, but then, you know, life happens and things fall to one side and all that kind of thing, and he's finally got round to picking darts up again, and he is considering maybe next year, maybe when he's ready, and that is going back into competing again. So we shall wait and see what happens there. Watch the spikes. Okey-dokey. Just gonna sort. So a lot of this stuff retained in the team with this, which is good. I wanna end up look at the stuff that isn't. And see if there's any of that we can put away in the meantime while we're here. Tomorrow's delivery. Yeah, the one that I've got this space of beads in. The world's most pointless bag of beads. Yeah, just be careful if you do order any beads with Temu. This is my recommendation to people. Double and triple check everything that you're buying, and that if it doesn't give you the size for the beads, I'd recommend not getting them, because I took a chance on a bag of beads. This is what they sent me. Literally 10 bubble beads, but 6mm. I mean, I'll use them. I can use them for sure, but come on, man. No, but straight away, I know for a fact they can fit in with these guys. This is mixed colour beads in here, and they are roughly the same size. So actually, I think they are the same size. So that looks straight away. That gets rid of that bag, which is the main thing. That's the whole point of sorting stuff, to get rid of all the beads. Like bags that are kind of thicker, tougher, like these and everything, I actually keep hold of because there's a good chance that I can use them for something else. And this case is me repurposing So for those of you that know me, you'll know that I've got a ridiculous portfolio of diamond dot art. Maybe I should start selling that because I don't know what else I'm going to do with it. So this is one of my little tubs that I use for when I'm doing diamond dots. And it's been repurposed for boom. The shiny ones. You go with the other shiny ones. Let's see how many wells these take up. I mean, they don't fill the wells properly, so it's not too bad. I don't think we've got multiple. We have got multiple. We have got the same colour, but then I've been mixing the shapes, and I kind of want to keep them separate. These are all going to be good as well for when I'm doing, obviously, smaller charm, like charms. Because I don't like the big clunky ones. I like the smaller ones, and also ones that like kids can use on their back to school and things like that without them being, you know, too much in the way. And it's like. Easy to use for that. And shiny. Once it's shiny, that's all that matters. Shiny. Okay, so whatever I don't get into cooks tonight, will go into the organizer that comes tomorrow. And yes, I am not putting these in any particular order in here. It's just whatever bag comes next goes into the next slot. Which is why I don't want to mix the shapes, because I can see exactly what's in each bag. I'll be able to put twice as many beads away if I did mix them, and but then it'll annoy me later on. Now I've missed it. Yeah, this is my life now, guys. This is what makes me happy. Beautiful. I like how cute. I like them. I like the fact that the main pop of colour is like on one side of these beads, and then the rest of it's just like the pearlescent finish. Quite cool. That's those in that box. There's another box down. Yeah, how many colours? Just like flying around everywhere. So. Get rid of these. Do I have any space in my current nail charm box of food as well? I mean, there's not a lot to go, but this tip is a little bit full. Although maybe it's need to count. These only 5 of these. These on this side. I was thinking as well, you know, about because like all these kind of things can also be used for like decorating stuff like phone cases and like journals and stuff like that. And it's like, I wonder, but do you know what? I wouldn't even know where to start with that kind of stuff. Like, I don't mean like how to do it. I mean like how to design it so it actually looks good and it's not just me just randomly sticking from lots of things. Like, I can't wrap my head around how the design process would work with that. Okay, teddy bears to cute. By the way, I have a big like rolling cart trolley thing with drawers in, which is what's behind me, which is why I'm putting a lot of stuff in. You can kind of see it. Like, yeah. As we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's it. That's just number 12, is that? Don't have 12 of anything in it. These are really cool though. Lots of different colours. So you guys are gonna have to be and this is all because the organizer came for 2 minutes. So be careful guys when you buy this stuff. It might come smashed. And then 2 tears out of the 4 are usable. And I used them before I even unboxed anything. These guys can be lovely. Oh, I got proper like little like conch seashells here as well. Like they're pretty cute. Little charms. I've seen them ones before. I've seen like the normal shape shells. They're really cute. And could you go, where did that box go? The same size, and do we have same size? Yes, same. So, but then that's a good shelf compared to the other ones. So, you don't fit in there with your friends. I'm just happy because stuff's starting to turn up now. Super made up with my bracelet and my glass both from Cuckoo. They're so weird. If anyone's here, they didn't see them earlier and wants to see them, pull them back out. Okay, the glass beads are over here, and the bracelets are just over there. Okay, those bracelets will make excellent gifts. And donations as well, okay. And as well as that, some inspiration on how to up my own bracelet game. Very fancy. Mix it. Butterflies, do you want some friends? Usually they've probably got about the same. Anyway, 15, 16, 16 back. Even usual number. Some big, but really ticket. I'm so tempted. No. Oh, I thought blue and blue though. And it's like a deeper blue. And then people only don't want to mix them. Don't want to mix them. Okay, so this guy's getting a bit full now. Stop bling for tomorrow though. I'll probably they will have to wait because I already have a full tray of and which these are some of my favourites. And that because these guys look like when you see them out properly, they look like literal bubbles in all different colours, and they're amazing. So much so that I've already stocked up when these run out. And that's so, and there's some more colours in there because I am seeing that neon right there. is a colour I don't have. The neon green. I put additional colours in here. Yeah, the dark ones. It's a different colour green. Oh, these are all going to have to come out to play, I think. Yeah, some deeper red ones. Oh, I've got a rainbow mixed bag there. Some pearl. Golden yellow. Some aqua. And like a coppery. Not copper, because it's more yellow than copper, but it's not gold enough. Quite cute, like pale pink, green. Oh, these colours are amazing. They are like, if I could get to using like every size and then to my hand, you know, they go to literally all you're gonna see my stuff being made out of, but no, it's gonna be bubbles. Bubbles everywhere. And no, but these ones are slightly smaller than these ones. But that is enough bubbles. That is something around a bit. Those are definite for tomorrow in packing because they will not unless I'm but yeah, we did it. And then the ones I've not looked at properly are these ones, and again these don't have to be cool. Well, but like the standard kind of crackle beads and 2-color crackle beads, but then there's also some quite interesting combinations in there. I love these kind of like paint splash ones. So I've not seen kind of like any beads like this, like the paint splashes on before, so they're a little different. And then as always, so darker color combos and galaxy beads, and that once the storage comes tomorrow, and that I can actually, I'll probably jump on live for a bit while I'm sorting it, and then I can actually show some of these colors properly out of the packaging and that, but they are pretty dang cool. And that, but yeah, I'm really happy with them as well, to be fair. Today has been a good day. From all areas, apart from that bag that contains just candy. But yeah, I have so much stuff to price up here. I think that the majority of the rest of my stuff that I'm waiting on, I mean, there's going to be some more glass beads with Kiki, because how can I not? Is mainly pen stuff, so I've got like purple beads coming up, and I have got some nail charms as well. Got acrylic bead mixes. But a lot of the stuff that I'm working on now is the pens and the key rings. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, Jenny. I'm just so excited about everything. In fact, all the good stuff. I am thinking, is this such a random mix in here? Oh, I think I put them in that box because they don't fit any pens or that's why they ended up in there. Oh, this should... some of them will, some of them won't. Oh. Actually, some of you like proper like focal bead size, so maybe you should just go into the focal tub. That's what I call it. This will be all the focal stuff for me to sweat anyway. Yeah, that definitely would go on pens. Maybe I'll make some girly pens tomorrow and use some of those bits up. Yeah. They definitely. So I'm sure about this guy though. I should try them tomorrow though. Put them there. Tiny yellow bead. You want my little tiny soup, please. Tiny soup. There it is. Well, those guys can probably fit in the numbers. These guys, surely. Let's take the lid off that one. Yeah. Some of the types of beads I've got like multiple boxes, right now. All bits and pieces. These guys tomorrow. We'll do something girly with them. There's proper girly in there right now. Apart from the collection of reapers and bats at the back. But you know, for the most part, it's looking good. Let's screw that one up. I want to keep that one. And then what I'll do, because what I did with all my other focal beads I had before, is I just kind of kept them in one of the big tubs so that I could just pick them out and then design something around them as I go. And then, of course, my bag of duckies. And I don't know whether to, because I've got the hand jar, I don't know whether to drill holes in these and turn them into little palms, and then I can use them on some of the, maybe some of the pens and stuff like that, because I do have the double loops coming tomorrow, so I'll be able to start adding the charms to them, which will be nice. Sit a lot better. Okay, so we've got a gap in there. We've got two little 3 pieces of cases. We have a little bit of space left in this one. Dark and more hot picky vibes. But other than that, for the most part, we are unpacked as much as we can without the big things. These will be handy for the smaller things. Probably some of the spaces and that are around tomorrow. But no, I think what I am going to do is I'm going to call it a night there, guys. Let me just hold this up a touch. Let's see if I can. Because at least then I almost have a face. Do this and do this. Then I have a face. It's probably not focused very well on my face, and I look like you right now, and I really don't care because tonight was chill. And then, it's physics, guys. How you doing? You popping in, or is it just that delayed in giving me that message? And that, how are you? And then, sorry, you just come right as I'm going to finish off at the end. I'm just like lowered my seat. And that, but even better, how do you like the little reapers? Ah, have an army of Reapers physics. Well, I've got my little army of Reapers, which are so on brand for me. So I've just moved the camera up, so I'm not sure like where it's focusing because I can't actually see my screen because I'm on the other side of my PC. But these guys are flipping awesome. And that then I have the super sparkly paints that are all very sparkly and girly, and then the rest of it's just been unboxing and rearranging stuff. Apart from making Jimmy's dark case charm that he wanted, which also has a Reaper on it. But those ones are very sparkly, and then we have the slightly more kind of me vibes, as in the gothic side of things, and that with these two as well. But they are very sparkly. I do like the sparkles. And that, but yes, those are my pens for tonight. Oh yeah, definitely bring some of the pickles over. We can definitely make something with them. And then what's the name? I put the other stuff that I made, I put up on the website, which went live today as well. So you'll be able to see some of the other stuff that I've made on there, other than the red dragon pen that Jimmy stole and has just been showing everyone, going, look, it's really awesome. But because it's like it's just one pen, and there's so many sparkly and fluffy pens out there in the world that need to be admired. And that, so you'll be able to see some of the other stuff. And but yeah, we can definitely do something with the pickles, like keychains with them. We can make pins with them. I will, depending on how big they are, I will figure out something we can do with them. Maybe. I need to make Jimmy a sparkly set of darts. I need him to stop changing his dart sets around continuously, so then we know that we've got an old set of darts that I can then sit there and bedazzle and rhinestone and make super sparkly. It has to be an old set so that he's not using them. Because the second you start adding stuff to them, it's going to throw off the balance, and then they're not going to work, and then the game's going to go to shit, and then, ugh. But yeah, it's definitely something to look into too. That would actually be quite fun. I could do that as a bit of a live stream, just like. I am definitely having fun here. And just like sitting here and making stuff. Like that stuff I made tonight. And there's a load of the keychains and everything that I've made. They're actually up on the website now, so there's a variety of them. Take them off in a minute. And but we're making all sorts. Okay, good. You know, we've got everything from the gothic-y ones through to the cute ones with the flamingo and the animals and the little doggies and everything. So you got all of them ones. And then down on the floor down here is literally a box of pens that have already been made and glued and all of that kind of thing. But yeah, the camera was facing the desk fully before, but I felt really weird like speaking to people to say goodnight when the camera was just pointing at the desk and I was just a pair of hands. But yeah, and I was off camera all night because basically I couldn't be bothered doing my makeup and all of that because I'm just chilling. But hey, people don't love me when I look like shit. I don't really care. Anyway. But what have you been doing? Because you were doing a test stream earlier. You didn't do your makeup today either. Oh man, you can't scare the kids. Let's go. Oh. Yeah. What were you doing a test stream for it? Because I noticed that. But anyway, physics is doing. I need to sort all this out tomorrow. And then guys, if you don't know physics and you like to watch a bit of gaming, a bit of modding, all of that kind of thing, then dip over to physics, go check it out. So machine to network streamer output to another machine which does the encoding and set it all off to Twitch and YouTube. I just went so far over my head. So ridiculously far over my head then. Well, these are perfect. 2 PC stream setup. And did it work alright? Well, clearly it did because you were live. But does it work good with like the gaming and everything as well? Nice. I am glad. I think what I need to do, I need rearranging things again. I don't need to go to a 2 PC setup, but I'm just thinking because I'm having to read the chat at the minute off my phone because I can't see the screen. Because obviously, you know, my main screen's curved, and obviously it's set up on the opposite sides because I have to work. And that, but I'm thinking because I've got my other graphics tablet, I might set that up with an additional screen that's just over here so that I can read chat next time because otherwise it can be a pain in my phone. So my main machine can run gaming full settings. Does that mean that you go to be like full settings on 7 days? Like, how does that work? Is it like amazing? Is it like the most amazing thing you've ever seen when it's like top settings 7 days? And your machine didn't break? Maybe I do need a 2 PC setup. I'll have to tell Jimmy we've got to get building again. But no, that sounds awesome. Well, yeah, your kids being born probably should be the most amazing thing ever. But you know what I mean in terms of gaming and 7 days performance. If we were just looking at it from that point of view and not major life events, then yeah, it looked good. Good. I am glad to hear it. But I am gonna wrap up now. I need something. Well, I need a drink. Yes. And I could have this beautiful can of Pepsi Max Cherry and that, but it's been on the side since before my stream, and I think I may go and exchange it for a cold one. It's my favourite too, and I ran out, and this has been my first can in like several days. You have no drinks yet? I had none either. I had to get some earlier, and I got an 8-pack. And now we're good to go. I'm reading the chat on my phone here, by the way, because chat's right there. Oh dear. You have water out of the tap though, I'm sure. Mini Pepsi Max charms. Yes. Or little cans that I can make work. Yeah, that'd be so cool. Because I've got my Reapers and I've got a lot of other spoopy stuff coming, which satisfies the spoopy needs for me. But yes, you just found them on AliExpress. I haven't been on AliExpress yet, and I think I've caused enough damage to my own bank account through Amazon, Temu, and HelloKikiNails. So yeah, I can't do AliExpress right now. Oh my god, they are great. It's okay if you feel like you want to buy me like a belated Christmas present of those charms, then you're more than welcome to. So no. They should get here in about 3 weeks. Found them on eBay. Oh, nice. Okay, so basically I need to make something out of pickles and Pepsi. Maybe that'll be my thing. Just making really, really, really random keychains and pens out of the most random charms people can find. The more random, the better, because that'd just be hilarious. And I'm quite up for that challenge. People want to send me weird stuff, and if anyone from Kiki is in here, no, I do not mean jellyfish. That's not happening. Anything else, but not the goddamn jellyfish. I'll tell you about the jellyfish when I'm not on Twitch, because it's so big, yeah. Up there with it. Right, yeah, it's time to sleep. I am going to nip over here to end my stream. And but it's been great seeing you. It's been great seeing Kira as well. I think she's bobbed off herself now. And anyone else who's been hanging out, it's been a pleasure to have you here. I hope you have an absolutely awesome evening, night, sleep, all of that kind of thing. And I'll see you guys soon. Probably tomorrow, because I've got another delivery coming tomorrow, really. So, yeah. Bye. I'm going to nip over here and Well, I'll do a raid first, but I need to see who's about. And because most of my guys are normally gamey guys and gals, it will probably be somebody who's gaming. Let me have a look. Oh. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let me browse. I want someone who... Let me see if there's anyone doing any beaded pens or anything. No. What we'll do is I'll probably finish this off, and then from there, yeah, we'll just end it today, and then what we'll do next time is we will find someone to raid who's doing something similar and go from there. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys. We shall see you soon. Good night.